How would it feel to have a thriving fitness business and have the freedom to enjoy life at the fullest? Well, that is exactly what the Trainer Revenue Multiplier Show is going to give you. My name is Mathew Park. This is Jaime Filer.
Hey guys.
And we are here to serve.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Trainer Revenue Multiplier Podcast. As always, I am your host, Jaime Filer, and I am joined by one of my favorite couples in the entire world, Kyle and Meagan Bailey out of Mckinney, Texas. How are you guys?
Hey, we're doing great. It's a really good day today. We're awesome.
Amazing. And it's only 9:30 where you are. So the fact that it's already a good day warms my heart. I absolutely love it. So my first question, which I'm sure a lot of people want to know, and it's based on circumstances and timing, but I got to ask, Kyle, you are currently in a contest prep. How are you managing your business as your calories get lower and your cardio gets higher? What is right off the bat, I'm just going to jump in.
I guess the only word that comes to mind is carefully. No, every day, it's not bad. When you, am I drained? Yes. Am I doing my fasted cardio in the morning, working with my clients all day and squeezing my resistance training in there in the daytime? Absolutely. So there is a lot going on, but when you are doing what you truly love, as far as serving and working with other people, it's not that bad. It's actually motivating to keep going, because you can show people that it is possible to get everything done that you need to.
I love that. So for those people who are like, listen, I'm going to take less clients because I'm prepping, or I just can't work as hard because I'm prepping, you're telling us that there's no excuse. If you love what you do, the energy is just there naturally.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
I love that. Okay, now we can talk about your business. So you guys started, well, first of all, you started in completely different businesses altogether. You guys, what are your backgrounds in terms of the industries that you come from?
Go ahead, love.
Okay. Well, I am still a nurse. I started out this industry as a registered nurse, and we have a lot of unhealthy nurses out there. We're so dedicated in taking care of everybody else, we almost forget to take care of ourselves. And so honestly, being a part of that community, and still a part of that community, it kind of sparked my interest in, hey, why are we this way? We talk and preach and we educate on health and well-being and all that, but why are we not taking care of ourselves? And so that, along with seeing Kyle, starting his journey, he started a little bit before me. And when all that kind of came together, it kind of just opened up my eyes to, hey, this is not just for me, but for all those that surround me.
Awesome. Amazing. And it's so sad that it's not sad. It's understandable. You guys put everyone else in front of yourselves, right? That's what nurses do, right? You're saving everyone else's life, but not always putting your own mask on first. 100%. Kyle, what's your story?
So I worked construction for 8 years. And I started that in 2014. And the construction company that I worked for, we built wind turbines. And anybody that has seen a wind turbine while you're traveling, you probably realize that they are not built in the most populated areas out there. So when I first got into that gig, Meagan and I had kind of always been healthy, average, go to the gym 2-3 times a week, spend an hour, do a little cardio, a little weights, and watch what we ate, but it wasn't anything serious. So when I got into construction, it required me to travel and be away from home for 6 weeks at a time.
Yep.
So I decided that I needed a healthy hobby. So I picked up bodybuilding back in 2015 and really started to take my health and fitness to the next level at that point, because I wanted Meagan to be excited about the man that was going to be coming home when I only got to come home for that 1 week every 6 weeks. Yeah. And that's honestly why I got into it. And then my passion just built. And Meagan and I both, again, nurse, construction. I was a paramedic before that. It's in our DNA to serve people and help people any way that we can. And so I really found, because of that, and that journey I took, and then Megan jumping on board, that's where I really found my true calling on what I wanted to do in this world as far as serving people. I prefer being a paramedic and in safety and construction. You're on the reactive side of things when we're talking about people's health. Sometimes it's reactive, but it's also, preventative because you can prevent obesity and heart-related issues that are focused or associated with bad health, and help people get their lives turned around so that way they can be the best for themselves and their families.
I love that. And Megan, how did you know that this was something that you wanted to do, especially given that you had you still have another job full time? When did you decide that training was also something you wanted to take on?
Oh man, first, Kyle got me really motivated in it. I saw the changes physically, but psychologically. I saw those changes within him, and that sparked something for me. And I knew if he made me feel that way, if we both were able to exuberate that power and that energy towards our kids and show them they are our why and what we do to be successful in the industry and what we do and that family cohesiveness and that just everything that we do, we want to prove to them, that our dreams and everybody's dreams can come true. And so it really started with him, that the feeling that he gave me and that we gave each other in our relationship, we wanted that to grow and that's where it started.
I love that. So you started with an online business, the Iron Rack.
Yes.
All right. And did you always know that you wanted to work together as a couple rather than going off on your own?
I say yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
we actually met working, as a couple together a long time ago. We bringing it back,
true story.
Old school.
That is.
We actually met at Sonic Drive-In. I was a car hop, and so.
And I was her manager.
Yeah. So we started working out together, as a couple back. I was 18 and he was 24.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And also, just to build on that just real quick.
Yeah.
Whenever we both started going down, our path in life and figuring out where we knew we were meant to be, Meg would always ask me, if we started our own business and did our own thing, so that way we could truly be involved with our family all the time, what do you want to do? And it was always hands down, open a gym.
Yeah.
I want to open a gym. And that was even before I started competing or, working on my education or anything. That's just where our true passion was. So we've known for a long time that this is what we wanted to do together as a family.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you started with Iron Rack. It was going well. It is going well. But then an opportunity presented itself, which brings us to your physical. Actually, no, even before that, Kyle, you no longer work in construction, and you haven't worked in construction since, what is it?
December.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So how did you guys come to the decision as both business owners and a couple that it was time for Kyle to leave the stability of a full-time job?
So the first and foremost, again, even as I worked my way up the corporate ladder in construction, and I was I'm trying to get my quotes in, the boss, I still had higher ups that I had to answer to, and I was still traveling all the time, Monday through Friday. I was home on the weekends, but they were quick turnarounds, and I'd have to hop on a plane and go somewhere else at a moment's notice, and whenever anything happened. So we knew that we were getting fed up with that lifestyle, even back in 2020 when we started developing our business plan and started putting things into place. But this year, I'd had enough, Meg had had enough. So we sat down, we looked at our finances, and again, knowing that one day we were going to open a gym, really the goal for that was actually probably 2 years away from now where we are right now. But we were like, this is it. We can make this happen. It's time to pull the trigger and have faith that what we're going to do is going to be the right decision that we're making. And so in October of 2022, that's when we sat down as a team and said, let's do this. And then I contacted my bosses the next morning and said, hey, this is my last year with the company. I'm officially done December 31st of 2022.
Yep.
See you later.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay. So you were confident, you guys made the decision together, and you thought that the Iron Rack was going to absolutely blow up online, which it will. But then an opportunity for the Brick-and-Mortar presented itself. How did that happen?
Oh, wow. Do you want to take that one?
But we definitely weren't expecting it. That's for sure. We became a part of the TRM group back in June of 2022.
Yeah.
And, you guys were really working with us, developing this online. And we always told you guys, yes, that's kind of down the road, a couple of years from now, brick and mortar. We want that. We want this both cohesive world. And honestly, it just kind of fell into our laps almost. We were, I guess we had really good coaches, Jamie and Matt, thank you both. You guys definitely did help coach us and basically prepare us to be ready. Why wait kind of thing? We had all these modules we were learning from, we were taking all these tools, and honestly, we were prepared, and so whenever the previous owner of the gym that we own now, basically was like, you know what, you guys are looking, why wait? I'm leaving, I'm moving out of the state. Why don't you guys just kind of consider buying this facility? And that's kind of where it happened.
Yeah. And mate, some people are going to get this and some are going to be like, that dude's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I firmly believe that in life, we're always presented opportunities. Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're too scared to jump on those opportunities because we're afraid of failure.
Right.
Well, just like everything else, failure is a part of life. So if you fail, you only fail if you don't learn from it and then get back up and keep going. It's persistence, it's perseverance. You gotta try things. So yeah, when the opportunity presented itself to quit my job, was I scared? Yeah. Gave up a 6-figure job to, jump into unknown territory. When the offer came in, or the opportunity came in to purchase the gym and actually have a brick and mortar facility.
Yeah.
Were we scared? Yeah, we were scared. We talked about it and prayed about it many nights. And I had this gut instinct that, dude, this is it. We can either be scared and pass it up, or we can jump on it, ride it, and see what happens. And that was the opportunity that we did. So the point of that is, we're all scared, we're all faced with challenges, but man, if you don't get out of your comfort zone every once in a while and go out there and try, then you may, end your life knowing that you missed out on an opportunity that could have been great.
Oh, that's so profound. And, you qualified that by saying some will get it and some won't. Those who don't get it just aren't ready yet. They're not ready to hear it. And they may never be, but it just means that's not they're not in a risk-taking season yet. Now,
right.
Talk about how it's panned out, because though it may have started off a little rocky, you guys are rising meteorically with the in-person gym. Tell us about that.
You go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, I do know, again, I think that when people with the right mindset, when you have that mindset and you know that you're here to serve and that's your purpose, and you provide good service, and a clean facility, and you get to know your people on a personal level. I mean, honestly, that's been the keys to our success so far. I have multiple, I want to say family members here at the gym, because that's what we consider this. Like, we tell people, dude, the gym is your home. It's all of our home. It's our place that we go to. So when a new member or a new client that I'm working with comes in, and we're in the middle of their routine, But John walks through the door and I'm like, hey, John, how you doing today, man? And then Sarah comes through and I'm like, hey, Sarah, how you doing? And they look at me and they're like, dude, you just rattled off like 10 different people's names. How do you do that? I take it personal to make sure that I know everybody on a personal level.
Yeah.
It's not just a business to me. It's a community. It's a family that we're developing. And if people feel like they're a part of something that's big and strong and they know that they're welcome, they're going to keep coming back. And then they're going to go out and they're going to tell their people, hey, I found this awesome place. The owners are fantastic. The environment is really friendly. Come check them out. And a lot of the increase in memberships that we've had are strictly because of that, from people word of mouth and people, talking about us outside of this place. And so then people want to come and check it out. When we got the gym, I think it probably had like roughly 90 members, and that was in January. And now we're over 200 and still growing. We're probably picking up 10 members a month on average, easily.
That's incredible. Incredible. And I know, obviously it's your hard work. I know that you've done ads, you've invested in systems, but you guys are also there nonstop. Meagan, it's your day off from the hospital and you're in the gym. Kyle, you sent me the bio like 10 minutes after I asked, because you were still with a client. Like, you guys aren't just letting it run itself or resting on your laurels. You're grinding.
So one of the cool things that that construction did do is, being that I was so, that this is a passion for me. I never let traveling stop me whenever I was going to job sites. So the first time I would ever go out to a job site, day one, as soon as I got off of the plane, the first thing I did before I even went to the job site was go hunt down the local gym and get a membership. And then even when I traveled, the Sunday before I flew out on Monday, I was meal prepping my food and packaging it up so that way I could travel with it on the plane. So I never made an excuse. This is who I am. This is what I do. Just because I have to travel and I work construction doesn't give me the opportunity to deviate from who I am as a person. Anyways, so having said that, I probably at one point had 30 gym memberships across the United States. Over the last 8 years, I probably have been to 100 different gyms across the US. So as I was doing that, in my notes on my phone, I was actually making lists. I like this. I don't like this. This is what's wrong here. This is what's wrong here. And then when Meagan and I sat down and started getting ready to build our own place, even before we bought this one, we had that list of likes and not likes and do's and don'ts that we had been building over the last several years. So I think that's also what helps us with our success here, is because we knew what we liked, and I've seen what worked and didn't work. And that is why we are as involved as what we are here, because that's what it takes getting it off the ground, up and running, to be successful.
Yeah.
In the future, will we be in a position to have a manager? Absolutely. But right now, while we're putting our stamp on it, it requires us to be here. That's just my personal opinion, And so, again, I started out the conversation with this, doing what I love to do. When I walk through the door at 6 a.m. to be with a client, it's like I'm walking into my house. I don't feel like I'm working. When I'm here until 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. at night to finish up with clients and then take out the trashes and vacuum and clean up and put the weights up so that way it looks good throughout the night and it's ready when I come back in the morning. It doesn't bother me because I'm doing what I love.
Yeah, absolutely. So, which brings me to one of my last questions is, when does Meagan leave her job?
You took a big step, so go ahead.
I did. So over the last couple of years, I've been working, building and just working and saving and doing and waiting for this opportunity to present itself. You know, when Kyle left the workforce, we were terrified, you know, but we knew it was right. We knew that's what we needed to do and what we wanted to do, because being together was that ultimate goal. And so little by little, I've been taking steps, you know, both with you, Jaime, and Matt's help. We've devised a plan and we're really executing it. You know, this year, whenever Kyle first left at the beginning, you know, the last few months I've been working 2 jobs, you know, really trying to make sure that, you know, that transitional period was set into place. So that way I could truly put more of my time, effort, and energy into our gym, into our family, into our community. And so we're finally getting there. I just finished up, you know, one of my 2 full-time jobs. So I was working 80 hours a week in the hospital. Yes, I know, I'm crazy. So one of those have been lifted off the table. And so literally now I'm just working in the hospital 3 days a week. By the end of this year, so by December of 2023, I hope to completely pull away from the hospital, outside of, you know, I'd like to keep my skills, you know, maybe a couple of times a month kind of thing, because I love nursing. That's always going to be me. That's always going to be one of my hats that I wear, but that's not going to be my primary. That's going to be just because I want to, you know, kind of continue to hold that card, but not my identity only.
Of course.
Yeah. And that's why I'd let Megan, because it's a huge step going from working 2 different nursing jobs already to cutting it down to 1. So going from working 6 days a week to 3 days a week, so she can slowly pull away. It was a huge, and we sat down with it just like we did with my job. We were like, all right, dude, it's time. You know. So
I love that. All right, guys. And to close out, I would love to know what advice you have for couples who are running a business together.
Don't go to sleep mad at each other.
Yeah, that's marriage advice in general. 100%. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I don't. What do you got, love?
You know, it's hard to say. There's definitely a few things, but I would say, you know, obviously communication, that's an easy answer. You're expect to get mad at one another. Expect to disagree. You're going to disagree. You can't expect that everything is going to have one answer. So you have to expect that disagreement in order to come to that final resolution.
Yeah. So yes, 100%. And so if there's something that neither one of you agree on, you know, your business partners, so have a business partner conversation and meet in the middle where both are happy. And a great piece of advice that Matt gave me whenever Megan and I started this journey was have established roles.
Yeah.
Know whose role is what within the facility, even though you're 50-50 partners or whatever that looks like, you know, have those roles. So that way Megan knows what she's supposed to do and I know what I'm supposed to do.
Right. And
then we can't really get mad at each other because we know what we're supposed to be, what each of us is supposed to be doing. So
that makes so much sense. Awesome. Well, guys, where can we find you? I guess both physically and online.
So we're on Instagram. The Iron Rack is our Instagram handle, and then
our address for our physical location is 400 North Central Expressway in McKinney, Texas. And then you can also go to our website and check us out at www.the-iron-rack.com, or just go Google the Iron Rack and we'll pop right up.
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much. It was a pleasure, as always, to speak to both of you. What a treat. And, you know, wishing you all of the best in your next endeavor, because I'm sure that'll be massive as well.
Thanks, Jaime.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And to everyone listening in podcast land, thank you guys so much. If you like what you heard, please make sure you subscribe, rate, share on Instagram and Facebook. Tag us at Trainer Revenue Multiplier. We love serving you and hearing what you want to hear about on future episodes. So have the best rest of your day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.